Good evening and welcome to Cronkite Cut, where our entertainment news is a cut above the rest. You know, Sydney, I gotta ask, how was your day today?
My day was really long, Josh. I realized how tired I was whenever I was in the elevator at Taylor Place, our dorm. I pressed 9, you know, that's the floor I live on, gotta go to my dorm room. I ended up getting off at 7. 7 and 9 look a lot alike.
You know, 7, 8, 9.
I heard that in the news recently.
Yeah.
And so I was walking down towards my dorm room, and I realized as soon as I got to my dorm door that my name was not on the door. You know, it kind of freaked me out a little bit.
A little mysterious.
You know, a little weird. Maybe they like switched up the names. But then I realized, hey, this isn't my floor. So I had to walk all the way back to the elevators, get up onto the 9th floor, and eventually get in.
You know, that does happen early in the week. We're all a little bit tired. Luckily for you guys, you got some great news stories coming up. We got Friends on Netflix, got some great new movies coming out.
We have celebrity drama and sex toys in Paris. You're going to want to stick around for that.
That is always great. You know, she's Sydney Eisenberg.
He's Josh Cutlip.
Let's get to the news.
So Josh, I've got to start off by asking, how do you impress a girl?
Well, as you can tell, I dress very nicely. You know, I like to bring flowers, of course, but usually what gets them is the wink from across the room.
Ooh, I see. That's a great move. Next time, though, you should try sneaking into her chimney.
I have not heard that one. That is definitely a new one.
Well, this actually did happen recently over in Thousand Oaks, California. A lady by the name of Genoveva Nunez Figueroa snuck into the chimney of a man named Lawrence, whom she had met online and was dating. And neighbors eventually got to her whenever they heard screaming coming from the chimney.
That is crazy. Did she get out?
Oh, they eventually got her out. The firefighters had to actually take apart the chimney brick by brick.
Goodness, that is crazy.
They had to pour liquid dish soap inside of the flue in order to get her out.
Was it Drano? Because I hear that works really well.
See, I'm not sure. They didn't release that fact, but I will get back to you on that one.
Yeah, that is definitely crazy. And you know, I don't know if you heard, but I'm a triathlete and I'm a big Ironman fan.
I see.
Not only the superhero, I love the superhero, but also the race. And the World Championship was in Kona last week.
Oh my goodness.
But there's this one small town in Maine called Newry, and I think they might have the Ironman beat, you know? They have this race called the wife carrying race. So these guys are putting their wives on their back any way they want, firemen carry, piggyback, whatever suits them. And they are running 278 yards with their wives on their backs, obstacles and everything. I mean, if that's not love, I don't know what is.
See, Josh, I can't even run 278 yards by myself, so having to carry my significant other on top of my back, that would not happen. How did they do this?
You know, they were just slinging their wives over their backs. Like I said, they could do fireman carry, piggyback. They were doing this interesting carry where it looked like the woman she looked like a backpack, basically. And they were just tearing through this mud and everything. It is a great bonding experience. You know, some people opt for the date. You know, I opt for carrying my wife through 278 yards of obstacles. That's just me, though.
See, I want to know how the wife feels. I don't know if I could actually hold on for 278 yards. I would just be, you know, clinging like a koala. It would not work out for me.
Yeah, that is definitely a struggle, but something I definitely would like to do.
Well, you know, it's pretty common to see some celebrities in the courtrooms, but you've never heard a story like this. Earlier this month, Kesha filed a lawsuit against her producer, Dr. Luke, claiming that he had assaulted her physically, emotionally, sexually, verbally, all over the span of 10 years. He eventually filed a counter lawsuit saying this was complete lies. But now TMZ has actually uncovered court documents from 2011 in which Kesha claimed that she had not had any relationship with Dr. Luke at all, just none.
That's weird.
This was all under oath, which completely takes down her whole argument. So I don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to have to keep up with the story. You
know, definitely. I'm a big Kesha fan, so hope everything works out.
Definitely.
You know, I have to ask before we move on with the show. You know, it's my parents' anniversary coming up.
Okay.
This weekend.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. I will tell him you said so. I wanted to get him a card, so I decided to make one. You know, I tend to make things. I feel like the Hallmark.
You are pretty creative.
The Hallmark's kind of cheesy sometimes.
Right.
And then yesterday, I was listening to the top top hits, you know, the hip hop songs.
I see.
And I just got inspired, so I just wrote this card. I actually have it with me right here.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
I don't know if we can see this, but this is the card. You know, we got some spiders on there. It says "Happy Anniversary." I love my parents. I was just hoping, could I read it to you?
Yeah, I would love to hear it. Actually, I do love hearing endearing cards. So
yeah. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I was just inspired by some songs. This is the card, and so yeah, right here.
That is a great card.
So yeah, I'm just gonna read it to you.
Okay.
Just tell me what you think. This is a segment we like to call Hip Hop Hallmark.
Listening.
Excuse me. You used to be thirsty for me, but now you want to be set free. This is the web that you weave. So baby, now rest in peace. It's all over with now. I'm gonna love you until you hate me right, and I'm gonna show you. Show 'em what? Show 'em what? What's really crazy, you should have known better than to mess with me, honey. It's all over with now. I'm gonna love you, I'm gonna love you, gonna love you, gonna love you. Like a black widow baby. Black widow baby. So I really hope they like it. What did you think? Just your honest opinion.
Josh, I don't know if that's necessarily great for anniversaries. Maybe
really?
A breakup song?
Okay.
Or a
you know, I wasn't
card.
sure.
Yeah.
I was definitely feeling that. All right, I guess I'll have to do a new one.
Definitely the next one.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, you know, in other news, GoPro, definitely one of my favorite things. I love using it all the time.
Right.
I put it on my bike. Like I said, I'm into biking,
That's
swimming,
awesome.
running. All the adventure stuff, you can use this thing for anything. And
you
they
can
actually
also use it while just walking down the street, I've learned. Just
you can.
Casual stroll, which I like to enjoy.
You really can. And it's great for anything. I use it all the time.
Right.
Even for like a normal camera purposes,
Okay.
just to take pictures.
Definitely.
And they actually released recently in the past few weeks the new Hero 4, which is just a step up above everything.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and it's tailored to film anything. It's just improved from the old model. And actually, Jackson Dangaron and I toured the city, finding out how other people will use the versatile camera. Let's take a look at that.
Let's look.
Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? GoPro is back with their newest model, the Hero 4. And it is true. Good things do come in small packages.
That's right, Jackson. The versatile camera is back, and it's better than ever. We're going to stroll around Phoenix and find out how people use their GoPro.
It was pretty awesome. I went to Mexico and went to the Hidden Islands and the Marietta Islands, which is like the Galapagos of Mexico. Caught everything beautifully. It was awesome. Works underwater, works out of water. It's pretty sweet.
You can take it so many places that you wouldn't be able to take a normal camera, and you can capture a lot of images that you wouldn't be able to with any other type of device.
Well, Josh, the new Hero 4 captures video at 120 frames per second, which is twice as much as the previous model.
Yeah, the resolution of this new camera is absolutely amazing. They still have all the same features as the old model, except the Hero 4 is improved in all categories.
That's right, Josh. The silver model is the first GoPro to have a display screen, and both silver and black models have much better low-light shooting.
One feature that really makes the GoPro unique is the 30 pictures in 1 second burst mode, which we use to capture this backflip here. Now, you can also mount the camera almost anywhere, like your chest, on a pole, or even on a roller coaster.
Or I've also taken it to like amusement parks with me, and we'll take it on like the front seat of a roller coaster and ride the roller coaster, and then the fisheye makes it look really cool. It's like you're actually there.
Whether you're taking it for a ride or just a dip in the pool,
the GoPro Hero 4 may just be right for you.
Okay, if y'all are like me, then you love sitting in your nest with soft batch cookies in one hand, a Red Bull in the other while watching your favorite TV shows. And there are so many new shows out today that I can never keep track. So we have Katie Malice here to help us out. Welcome, Katie.
Hey guys, thanks for
doing?
having me. I'm doing
Welcome,
great.
Katie.
Welcome.
Yeah. All right, so like millions of people around the country on this Sunday night, I'm glued to the television, booing, cheering, getting off the couch, but it isn't for the NFL and Sunday Night Football. It's actually for AMC's The Walking Dead. But how exactly is The Walking Dead beating out or besting football? Well, the show's creators are gearing up for what they think is going to be its most popular season, and we may finally have the answer to what can dethrone the NFL. Zombies, who knew? So what do you guys take on this?
You know, I love The Walking Dead, saw the new episode. It was amazing. This thing just grabs you, and it's like, it's back. Like, it is back. The last season was slow, and everybody was just like, what is going on? What's going to happen? And then this one, right out of the gates, it's just action. I loved it.
Really?
I thought it was amazing.
I haven't been keeping up with the show lately, so it's like I need to like get back on it.
You know, they are on Netflix.
They are on Netflix.
Look at that.
Oh, and you know what else is on Netflix? My favorite TV show of all time, Friends, is finally coming to Netflix.
Yes.
That means for the first time ever, you can watch all 10 seasons whenever your heart desires. And what's better than watching 236 episodes of Friends back to back? I mean, come on, guys, really. The show is coming to Netflix on January 1st, 2015. So if you're in need of that perfect cure after that crazy New Year's party, Netflix has your back.
Well, so much for trying to hit the gym this New Year's.
Yeah,
I know, seriously.
A ton of those New Year's resolutions of not watching TV are going to be broken day one.
Instantly.
Just everyone with Friends.
I mean, how can you go wrong with Friends?
You
Even
really
after
can't.
10 years of it being off the air, people are still glued to it.
Yeah, and even after a decade, this is the first sitcom that really addressed our generation and hitting issues that matter to us most, like carving out a career, relationships, friendships, things like that. So that's really why it is still popular today.
So Katie, let me ask you this. Do you think that even a generation who has never grown up seeing Friends can still get hooked on it?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone wants to have that upscale apartment in you or have all these friends that they live with. I mean, have guys like Chandler and Joey living right across the hall. I mean, who doesn't want that? And you know, like everyone, they can always relate to someone in the gang. Like for me, I definitely see a little bit of Phoebe in me with all of her quirks and her funny personality. I don't know about you guys, but I love Phoebe. She's definitely my favorite on the show.
Oh, I'm definitely a Chandler.
I see you being a Chandler for sure.
My sarcasm is always on point, and you know, just somehow I always end up sticking my foot in my mouth. What about you, Josh?
I'm definitely Chandler too, because everybody loves me. Obviously, I'm just
obviously, and this is perfect because you guys are, you know, the hosts of the show. You should both be Chandler. I mean, right?
Of course. And then also, it just sets up a new dynamic for like TV. Like it set up everything. One show that comes to mind is New Girl. Like I feel like they definitely based their idea kind of off the whole Friends.
Yeah.
Like the 3 guys living with Zooey Deschanel. That's
What
definitely
girl doesn't
great.
want to live in an apartment with 3 guys? I mean, this is like my dream come true right there. I mean, seriously.
Definitely. New Girl kind of took over, and I think I cheated on Friends a little bit with New Girl, but we were on a break. We were on a break. Come on.
Well, does New Girl have its own restaurant in Beijing? I don't think so. There is a Central Perk in Asia.
Really?
Everything is pretty much the same, from the windows to the orange couch. Yeah, everything.
Oh my goodness.
They have a television screen showing reruns of Friends. I mean, it's incredible. They have quotes on the menu. I mean, this is on my bucket list. I gotta go to Central Perk.
Well, I know where I'm going for my spring break this year, Beijing.
Beijing, for sure. Let me join you, right? Let's get our plane tickets and just go.
Come on, let's
go.
go.
After the show.
Right after the show.
You guys just get off the plane, go watch the show. Come on, it's gonna be great. January 1st. Thank you so much, Katie.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much.
Now joining us in the studio, Melanie Abramoff is here with College Cuisine. Melanie?
Thanks, Josh. So I live in a dorm, which means that I don't have a stovetop or an oven. All I have is a fridge and a microwave. So I kind of experimented and I found out different ways that I can cook inside of my little dorm. So this week, I made some brownies in a mug. You can check it out right now. Here's what you'll need. Flour, white sugar, brown sugar, salt, 100% cocoa, 1/4 cup of water, vanilla extract, canola oil, chocolate chips, a 1/4 cup of flour, 2 tablespoons white sugar, 1 tablespoon brown sugar, a pinch of salt, 2 heaping tablespoons of cocoa. Stir the dry ingredients, 1/4 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of canola oil, a capful of vanilla, and stir. Pour in as many chocolate chips as you want. It's time for the microwave. Put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. And just put ice cream on the top. And that's the college cuisine for this week. Thanks so much, guys. Back to you, Sydney and Josh.
Thanks, Melanie. I'm definitely looking forward to trying that brownie in a mug. That's great.
I'm going to rush back to my dorm room right after this and go try it.
Yeah, so Sydney, I don't know, a few weeks ago, I don't know if you made it out to the ASU UCLA game. But
I did. I was there right in the student section.
Okay, yeah, so was I.
Right.
You know, I had my eye black going. It was a blackout.
Yes.
So, of course, just eye black going, smeared it on my face.
Right.
The next day, though, I was a little shocked. A lot of people were kind of just offended by the face painting by the student section.
Oh, really? I think I actually saw that on Facebook. People weren't too happy with the students completely painting their faces black. And I thought that we actually have an avid face painter on our team here at Cronkite Cut. So here to chat with us is Jackson Dangermont. Welcome, Jackson.
Jackson.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, dude, you got some stuff just like
right here.
Oh, you mean this? Yeah. See, last week at the Stanford game, I painted up, and I just wanted to show my school spirit, right? Since it's face paint, it's college, it's a long-time tradition in college football.
Right.
But before I got into the game, someone came up to me and said, "Hey, you got to take that all off of your face."
Really?
I didn't know this, but apparently after the UCLA football game, face paint in all kinds had been banned.
So not just black, like all colors.
Not just black, all colors. The maroon, red, white, and black.
And is this something that like just like complete face paint, or can I still do like eye black or like ASU logos?
It is all face paint, but you can still do the ASU logos.
Okay, and what are the students like? How are people reacting to this?
I mean, there's the mixed reviews. They're coming. The university is kind of coming under fire. Banning all face paint probably wasn't the best idea. Banning just black face maybe, but in order to kind of get a better understanding, I went out on the street and kind of thought what students thought about this.
I think face paint being banned is the dumbest thing ever. I mean, if you want to paint your face and support ASU, why not? It's not like you're being vulgar or anything. As long as your face is painted and like you're having a good time, I don't see why it's a problem.
I feel like there's always the chance for misinterpretation.
I think it's a little bit childish that we have to basically ban face painting, but at the same time, when people take it to the extreme, I understand. I don't understand why they have to punish everybody for the work of a few of them. So,
I'm not even sure why they did it to begin with, and it's ridiculous.
And it's just like your expressive way of just saying like, yeah, that's my school's pride. Like, why not show it through massive amount of paint I'm gonna buy and support the school with? I think that's so absurd and stupid.
If you look at it, it's not like they were being racist or anything like that. It was to show their school spirit, and I think that that's perfectly acceptable if it's maroon or gold or black.
A way to exemplify school spirit, and I think it's ridiculous. For us to take it as a race issue probably isn't very allow us to move forward.
I personally think it's kind of ridiculous. I feel like everything's so politically correct, and I feel like that's kind of taken too far. You know, I'm not offended. So.
Do you think we should be able to?
I think we should be able to. It's all about school spirit. Going out there cheering for a team. Black is one of our colors. You know, do what you need to do to cheer on those Devils.
After hearing from fellow students, I decided to make a do and don't list for school spirit. Number 1, you can paint your chest. You don't want to have paint on your face, but you can have it on your chest. Number 2, wear lots of maroon and gold. You know those ASU colors? Wear them, please. Number 3, above all, you gotta show up and be loud. But the one thing you probably don't want to do is paint your face. What you see on my face is illegal.
Also, if you paint your face, you might have some trouble getting it off, just like Jackson is right now.
I don't know. I think it's a pretty great look, and I really hope you can wear it towards the next game.
Thanks, Jackson. We'll see you next time.
Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
guys.
So, Josh, do you like movies?
I don't like movies. I love movies.
Josh, you and I are so alike, but I just don't know what to see anymore. There's so many movies out there, I just can't pick. So that's why we're going to bring in our good friend of the show, Lindsey Nelson, to discuss the blockbuster hits and flops. Welcome, Lindsey.
Hi,
Lindsey,
guys.
how you doing?
How you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
So let me just tell you, fall is my absolute favorite season because it kicks off Oscar season. This is the time filmmakers start releasing their big blockbuster films and Academy Award contenders. And there's no better way to start the season than with the writer and director David Ayer's new film, Fury. The film, starring Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf, Logan Lerman, Michael Pena, and John Bernthal, is set in April 1945 during World War II and tells the story of 5 men fighting against Nazi Germany in Fury, an American battle tank. This movie was incredible, and I am not over-exaggerating when I say that it was the best war film since Saving Private Ryan.
Lindsey, I've got to agree with you. I'm not much of a war movie kind of girl. You know, I like the comedies, the chick flicks, something that's going to make me laugh with a little bit of romance in there.
Sure.
But during this movie, I couldn't get out of it. It was so enthralling. It was just incredible.
See, that's amazing. You know, World War II story and Brad Pitt go together so well. I loved Inglourious Bastards. That was me. That's something that'll make you laugh.
Oh, definitely.
That was great. And also, I'm excited to see Shia LaBeouf back in the news. Like, just like this kid coming from Even Stevens, he's
oh my
in
goodness,
Transformers.
Yes.
So used to seeing him in Transformers. I haven't seen Fury yet, but I mean, I'll be waiting for those giant robots to pop out. Like that's, I'm so excited to see him.
I was definitely waiting for the tank to suddenly transform and suit up and say Autobots unite, which did not happen, unfortunately. But it was great, and you're right. Brad Pitt is definitely great at period pieces. He's proven that time and time again. And Shia LaBeouf, we've seen him before in Disturbia, and we saw him in Transformers show that he could be a dramatic actor. And it's nice to see that he's not going to be in the tabloid news so much as the film news again, which is where he belongs. He did an excellent job at portraying Bible, which is his character's nickname, who's just this Southern boy that's caught in a war and he sticks to his morals. It's very good.
Well, Lindsay, I gotta ask you, with Shia LaBeouf being in the news so much for going into press pieces with a bag over his head and doing all these crazy things, do you think that's gonna take away from this movie?
No, I really don't think so. I think it did definitely keep his name in the news and reminded us of who Shia LaBeouf is, but I don't think it will take away from it because anyone who remembers Shia LaBeouf knows that he's an incredible actor. So no, I don't think so at all.
And then also they have Michael Pena, you said, in this movie, and he was fun to watch, and that's probably my favorite movie. I loved it. So how was he in this?
Michael Pena, once again, was incredible, like we saw in End of Watch, which was also directed by David Ayer.
Yeah.
And so it's very obvious that they are an excellent team that I hope to see more of in the future.
And the cinematography of it was also really different. It wasn't just focusing on the gore or truly just focusing on the story. They did a beautiful mix of both.
Exactly. And that's why I say it was the best war film since Saving Private Ryan, is because, like Saving Private Ryan, it had the perfect combination of strategy and actual war scenes. Unlike Monuments Men, which just came out and was more talking and running and talking and running, this one, it was surprise attacks and strategy and then more battle, and it was an excellent combination of everything that you want to see.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely can't wait to see it. Hopefully we'll see it coming up in the Oscars. Thank you so much, Lindsay, for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
So Josh, recently I've been looking into studying abroad in Paris.
Really? That's awesome.
And you see, one of the things I'm really excited about is to go and see the sculptures, especially things like the Eiffel Tower and other big statues.
Of course.
But recently they actually added a new statue, which is called the Tree.
Really?
Have you heard about this?
I have not, no.
Well, it's a very interesting statue. It's 24 feet tall, it's green.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a Christmas tree. But the thing you notice as soon as people walk in there is it kind of looks like a sex toy.
That is different. I have not heard that one.
It's definitely very different.
Definitely not a Picasso.
No, it's not a
Picasso.
Picasso.
Not a Picasso, okay.
People have been walking by and been complaining about it, and unfortunately I will not be able to see this because a group of Paris people actually got together and took apart the cords in order for it to go down because they were just so disgusted by it.
And that's a little unfortunate. I feel like that would really get everyone excited for the Christmas spirit, right?
I mean, whatever happens in Paris stays in Paris.
I guess so. And for all of you guys watching at home, you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube for all your entertainment news.
Or you can visit our website, cronkitecut.weebly.com, and be sure to tune in next week for our Halloween special where you'll get to see some tricks, treats, and you'll get to see Josh and I decorate our pumpkins.
Thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll see you next week.